Hi friends, this is Mrs. Darwin from Towson Presbyterian Preschool, and I'm excited that we are able to talk to you from our own homes. We miss seeing you at school. I know Ms. Valente and I teach together, and we have been talking and know that we both wish that we could really be with you. But right now, you're at home with your families and hopefully staying well. And until then, we will maybe get to reach out to you on video. So I looked through a bunch of books that I have at home that my kids really liked, and I thought maybe I would read one to you today. This one is Goodnight Gorilla, which seems like a really good bedtime story, so you're welcome to look at this video then if that suits you. But I like it because the pictures are so funny. There's not many words, so we'll look at it together, and I bet you already know this one, but I thought maybe we could look at it anyway. I really do love it. It's very funny. If you don't know this story, I'd like you to make sure that you look on each page for somebody special. There's a little friend that is not one of the zoo animals necessarily, but I think he kind of lives there anyway. So let's see if we can get started. All right. So this is the book, Goodnight Gorilla by Peggy Rathman, and it is definitely one of my favorites. This is the first page. Goodnight Gorilla. Zookeeper. Do you guys see what that gorilla is doing? Right now to that zookeeper. Let's see. Oh! He found his keys. Do you see that? What do you do with keys? Get yourself out of your gate, right? Now he's following the zookeeper. And there's somebody behind him. Who could that be? We'll see. What is he gonna do next? It looks like he has an idea. Good night, elephant, says the zookeeper. What do you think he might do? Little elephant is in there. Oh, he's not in there anymore. He is not in there anymore. And somebody else is in the picture. And now, whose cage is he opening? Good night, lion. Good night, hyena. Good night, giraffe. This is all the zookeeper saying good night. But look who's getting out of their cages. Let's see. Everybody's out of their cage. Good night, armadillo. Still the zookeeper doesn't see them, does he? And the zookeeper goes home to bed. But look who's behind him. All the animals from the zoo are following him. Right into his front door. And into his bedroom. Let's see what happens. And there he is, taking off his shoes. What are the animals doing? Are they thinking they're gonna go to sleep? They're so sneaky. Good night, dear. says Mrs. Zookeeper. Look who's in bed with her. Do you see who's in that drawer in the bedside table? That's so silly. Let's see. Good night. 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 Whose eyes are open? Who got a good surprise there? Let's find out. Oh. The zookeeper's wife turns on the light and look who's in the bed with her. Uh-oh. Let's see what she does. Oh my. Yeah. She is walking them right back to the zoo. Everybody's following. Enough of that nonsense, right? Good night, zoo, she says. But somebody followed her back out. Not just one, but two little animals. Good night, dear. Good night. Uh-oh. We've got two little friends getting in bed with them. Good night, gorilla. He's already asleep. Won't they have a surprise in the morning when Gorilla and the mouse are still in the bed with them? All right, but that was a good book. Thank you guys for being so patient. I hope you could see the pictures. You can actually tell your mom and dad that there is a video on Vimeo, and it's actually like a animation of this book. Since there's not too many words, it's really one that calls out for a video. So I would recommend it. You can find it by Googling it. A Vimeo, V-I-M-E-O. And it animates these pictures, and the pictures are just so precious. It's pretty cool. So I wanted to say, I have brought this little friend to listen to the story. Now, some of you guys will know him. My class will. Buttercup the bunny. So I wanted to say, yay, here we are. But before I tell you what kind of ideas I thought from this book, there's definitely a lot you can do that this book is fun for. I don't recommend it right at bedtime though, okay? So if you do look at this and it's at night, please wait until the next morning and then maybe you can think of something to do. Could you maybe draw any of the animals that are in this book, or even make a kind of a mask? I didn't have any paper plates. I had some white cardboard, and I ended up kind of cutting it up into a face and looking at the picture in the book and making my own giraffe. But that's because I think I like giraffes the best out of all the animals that are in that book. What's your favorite? Can you make something? Or what about drawing a picture of a zoo that you like? I actually picked the animals from the story, but you could pick any animals you really love from the zoo. I picked the elephant because then he had peanuts. Picked the lion. He had a bone actually, but I put meat next to him. There's an armadillo, and weirdly, he had a bottle because I think he might have been a baby armadillo. And then there's the gorilla, and he had a tire swing. And there's the giraffe, and I know giraffes eat leaves off of trees. So this might be the way I would want to walk around the zoo. And that's kind of what Gorilla did when he went around the zoo and let everybody out of their little homes. So you could think of something that you wanted to draw. Maybe it would be like your dream zoo. Maybe there would be fantastic animals there, or alien animals, or I don't know, monsters. Maybe that's your thing. That would be really fun. So show your mom or dad. Another thing that I thought of, oh yeah, charades. Have you ever played charades? Well, animal charades would be a game that you would decide to take turns, maybe with your sister, brother, mom, dad, whoever you live with, and act like that animal. So if I were to do, let's say, what about an elephant? The elephant, but I'm not going to tell anybody, okay? I don't tell anybody. I would go, right? Like I have a long trunk. Maybe walk around like I was really heavy and flap my big ears and see if anybody guessed. What if I was a lion? What do you think I would do? I wouldn't tell anybody. I would just think, I want to act like a lion. What would I act like? I think I would roar. I bet I'd roar really loud. Maybe shake my mane around. Maybe run really fast. So you could do all of that. Everybody can take turns. That's something you might think of. And then I also had 2 more ideas. You know, oh, sorry, I dropped my mask. I thought, well, the zookeeper uses a flashlight, right? So flashlights are pretty fun. I like them. I don't know if you have big ones or little ones in your house. This is one we tend to use when we're walking the dogs, because if we walk them in the dark and we have to clean up after them, we need to see what we're doing. But you can do a lot more with a flashlight. Fun things. One of the fun things you would do is maybe freeze dance, but using a flashlight. So if you were to go into a room like in your basement, or in a room where you close the curtains, or maybe early in the morning or once the sun is down, you guys could dance. You know, everybody dances, but one person holds the flashlight. And when they turn it on and shine it on you, you have to freeze. That's how you win. You keep freezing when it's time to freeze. So you can shine it on everybody. You could shine it on just one person and make them stop and freeze. So that's a thought. You could play shadow puppets. There's lots of stuff online to show you how to make your hands and make a shadow puppet. I'm gonna try one right now. Let's see. It's a little light in here. Let's see. Nope. I think you really have to. Oh, can you see that? Actually, I can see it, but it's probably too direct. Looks a little like a bunny on my wall. But you need to have a room a little darker. So either, like I said, go into a darker room, like in the basement, or wait until evening. Maybe after dinner, you could do some of the shadow puppets on the wall. So your mom and dad really might know some good ones. And then, oh, this is actually kind of an interesting one. An old dog I had loved this game, and actually I read online that kids can have fun with it too. Once again though, since it's with a flashlight, it might help to have it be darker. But you might have a really strong flashlight and it will work. Basically, somebody's gonna shoot a light somewhere, and everybody has to race to touch it, or stand on it if you do it on the floor. That might break things up for a few minutes. You gotta get active, especially if you're stuck indoors. And today it's raining outside, so I'm stuck indoors. And so are my dogs. They're a little sad about that too. I just had one more thought. Remember our little friend that we kept, oh, he's squeaking, that we kept finding in the book? What is this? I have one. I happen to have this. My dog thinks it's real, and he will chase it. So this is a little stuffed mouse, but I also have what? A banana. Oh my gosh. So this is a game that I think you've probably played a variation of at home. And it's like hide the object. If you hide the object in a room or on like in somebody's bedroom or in the living room or on the main floor if you want to make it really hard, you guys can take turns being the hider and the finder. So let's say, oh, see, he keeps making noises, but I don't really know how to make him. I just keep squeezing him accidentally. Don't leave this. If you go and hide your banana, this old banana will really quickly start to smell around your house. But if you found a game, like go hide the banana, you can go, hide it like on a shelf or maybe behind a cushion, a little bit behind a cushion. It has to peek out though, on your couch, and then let everybody in the room or on the floor go search for it and see how long it takes them to find things. So it may take them a really long time. That's a game we used to actually play at my house when my kids were young. So I think you would have fun with all that. Anyway, I miss everybody and I hope that you are having fun and we're thinking about you. And I hope you guys have a great day. And if you play any of these and you want to upload a video of yourself or send an email to Mrs. Fortich where you made some art or you played charades or you hid the banana or the little mouse, don't hesitate. We'd love to hear from you. All right, thanks. Bye.